journal, so I'm going to go do it in the hammock and get the songbirds. But then your idea of how to be in nature, like what you're going to do, is what you experience when you go there. You actually severely limit the experience because you have this idea that I'm going to journal, and really you're mostly just journaling. It could have been anywhere. So we came out here to do this, but if we just started talking about our meditation, we might largely lose why we're here. So it's nice to start with let's just actually experience this and see the ducks fly over and just really just be here. And then we're going to do what it is we're here for and do our work. But it's nice to take a few moments, I'd probably even argue necessary to the reason that you're doing it, or a number of minutes, and really feel it, notice it, become there, don't just get there. And then you do what it is, to the idea of your pilgrimage to Sedona. I would always recommend, I used to bring a lot of students there, is, go a few days early, and really be there, and then you're ready for the work, Yeah. Otherwise the work could have been happening in any hotel. Like, it doesn't matter where you are, does that make sense?
Yeah, because the place was just so extraordinary. So
Yeah.
to not have that extra time to
Yeah.
take it in.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see the pond
Uh-huh. Yeah. So let's just try that again with that sort of intention, even though in theory we've kind of done it. But we'll just feel into the space, the state of the space. Check in with ourselves, how we are in this space. How are we relating to the space? So that we're not just arriving here with our own baggage or our own intention, but really seeing what this is now. Okay, so anybody care to share about their homework or their practice or questions? Anybody care to submit to the rigorous?
So this past week.
So if possible, if you don't mind, a little on the louder side,
Right,
just a bit. I think that should pick it up fine, but.
So this last week, I won't go into like the crazy details, but I got really, really, really upset over something, and
Something?
yeah, like something happened anyway. I was just like overcome with rage, and without even like consciously thinking, oh, I should meditate, something like triggered inside me where it's like, I'm never this mad, I should immediately meditate. Like, it wasn't like me telling myself, like I should meditate. It was just like immediately I thought without thinking, I guess, you know what I mean? Like, it was just an internal switch where I was like, I should just meditate. So I did the last one that we did. You weren't here, but and
Oh, with the touching
with
the
the
sternum.
touching and
Yeah. And the
This is me.
Yeah.
Like this one.
You were doing it.
right? And
Or this one.
Out.
that one, you remember?
Yeah, all of a sudden.
It'd be so funny. She
Do the
comes
hokey
back
pokey.
and Jen, you don't have it at all.
No, I think I
You
do.
look great,
No, it
but
feels
you don't have it
good.
at all.
It clears everything.
It works.
It clears the room.
But yeah, that helped a lot, and specifically with that one, the tuning into the vibration is like mechanical cleansing instead of just, I like the aspect of like the breath is like the waves that cleanse the heart, but I tried doing it
soon as we say levels, then everybody wants to qualitatively compare them. You know, so they are levels, but we don't need to order them in that way either, right? But most of these practices have just a physical level, or maybe even a purely physical level, and they have a heart-mind level and a spiritual level, or whatever the other levels are. And so I find that it's important when introducing them to try and offer at least to some extent, address the physical level, because sometimes for some people that just clicks, and other times for other people they're really used to doing it here, but in particular instances they don't really have access to that. You know, like I can do it all the time at work, but when my ex-husband comes over, shift to that physical level, which is often more accessible for people. Ultimately, we might guess that somebody far more advanced, wouldn't much need to do that. They just tap into the universe and all that. But it's nice to kind of feel like, hey, if I can just feel these things on a sort of Newtonian physical, basic physics kind of way, that's a nice touchstone for the other practices. So I try and offer them when I can, because you might not always need them, but it's nice to know kind of where the sequence might start. Because sometimes you get lost in the woods, and it's nice to just hold the pine cone instead of count the trees. Okay.
Oh, right. And the consistent meditative practice, not really meditation, but I think that we did was the only other class that we did outside, where we were talking about setting yourself up from like bottom to top, and then setting yourself up from top to bottom.
Like stacking.
Yeah, stacking. So when I'm driving, I'm focusing on like placing like my head in like a levitating spot in the sky. I forgot exactly how you worded it, but like trying to keep that,
Do you remember?
linear.
Anchored to the sky.
Anchored to the
Right,
sky.
right, yeah. I have that like that sense, but I couldn't really put it in words. But yeah, I'm trying to do that more when I'm like driving, sitting, especially as a commuter to school. I have a lot of time to do it. So, but yeah.
Good. All right. Anybody else? Thank you.
Yeah, that anchor to the sky. It was like, I never really understood or could make work the thing about the sky hood going.
Uh-huh.
It was always
The string or something.
the
Yeah.
string broke and I'd be
Yeah. Yeah.
but anchoring to the sky, I was like,
Let's stand the, if you don't mind, we'll stand the anchor to the sky for a moment. So that's related to what we were talking about, where if I say, let your weight go in your feet, or feel, like your trunk in your legs, like that's, well, yeah, I feel that. And anchoring your lower body into the earth, that just seems like even before you're meditating, that kind of happens. So then relating this idea to something that we already feel by using the word anchor sort of makes it accessible by relating it to that sort of base physical level. So I think that might be part of the reason why that clicks, because the word used for maybe the spiritual side of things is the same word we use for anchoring the physical body in a very simple gravity. So that again kind of related to what we were talking about with Garrett, that notion of, is there a sort of non-new age way to consider it, and then often that gives you a little click, a little access to the whole thing. So, and you were going to say this.
saying
physical vibration. So it's not even at the level of mind and heart and thinking and words and language. It's just a vibration, you know. And there you have it. So that's a really nice click. And we can't do that in the class, but I would say try this when you don't have clothes on. So that there's not even, a lot of us is just like one little layer or something. Probably as the season changes, we'll be out here. But when you're at home in the shower or something like that, which of course probably gives you nice feedback for if you're making a sound. But it isn't about that. It's just you can actually touch flesh to flesh, and you lose that little damper of a layer or two, and it might be just that more accessible. But I suppose it would look weird in class if everybody. So, but I don't know if I mentioned that. That might be something maybe to add to the notes that I don't recall saying it. That might have been obvious too. Just try it when you can get around the clothes. Anybody else? How did your meditation practice go when you were traveling? Or you just restart it? Bearing in mind that I know the answer already.
Such a relaxing journey. I was piping up the Pandora.
Yeah.
But the Tai Chi radio station.
They have a
Oh
Tai Chi
my
radio
God.
station?
They do.
That's
Oh,
interesting. I'm gonna check
nice.
that out for
There's
sure.
a lot of Indian flute, and American Indian flute.
Did you get to hear Greg play the flute?
Just a little. I had to get listen back to
Magic. There's a whole story behind that too. I'll tell you sometime. It's an intensely amazing story.
pulled it out of the bag for a second.
Yeah. It's quite magic.
And
Yeah.
then they all walked out in the forest for a hike
Yeah.
amongst the cliffs.
And then you hear it in the.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I missed that.
I was hiking with him once, and we were going to record doing the Tai Chi form. So somebody had a camera, and then there was the two of us, I think Rob and I, and so I was going to do the form, and he was going to video it, and then Greg kind of walked out from some other path, and he's like, "Hi, what are you guys doing?" "Well, we're going to tape this," and he's like, "Mind if I do the soundtrack?"
Okay.
It was just magic. You just walked out like this,
Oh man.
just this big kind of lucky gnome just kind of walked out of the forest. He's like, "By the way, I have a flute with me. Nothing else to do."
She went on a
That was
hike
great.
she hiked all the way through the front.
Yeah, Ann did. Yeah, she did an amazing hike
Yeah, she told
just
the
this
story.
year. Okay, so let's try a little